for example, if you have ADHD, you're not deficient in Adderall. So why are we giving somebody that has ADHD Adderall? That's not what's missing in their body. If you have high blood pressure, you're not deficient in a calcium channel blocker or beta blocker or diuretic. You're deficient in something that lowers homocysteine. If you have ADHD, you're deficient in L-methionine. So when we look for the raw material in the human body and we give it back to the human body, you'd be shocked how well it performs. I feel like modern medicine has just lost faith in humanity and human beings and physiology. We don't even really train doctors on how biophysiology really works. We're not taught to look for root causes. We're taught to seek out symptoms and treat a symptom. And so when the analogy that I was using at the 10X Ladies event had to do with gut health. 40% of the people that are listening to this podcast in this clubhouse right now are dealing with some type of reactivity in their gut, either gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, irritability, cramping. And these things take many forms: celiac disease, diverticulitis, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, all of which are nonsense diagnoses. But what happens is when we don't pay attention to the speed of the gut, then we lose focus on what is causing the pathology and causing the disease. So, for example, so what we do is we go in and we supplement for these gene mutations, usually with complex of B vitamins, very specific B12s, hydroxycobalamin or methylated cobalamin, amino acids like L-methionine, metals like zinc and magnesium. And when you put these raw materials back into the human body, then you see that function restores, right? The conveyor belt starts to move at the proper speed. And now the contents aren't as important, because you weren't perverting your function because of what you were eating. You were perverting your function very often because of the speed of the gut. True allergies do exist. Celiac disease, which is a true sensitivity to gluten, those types of allergies really do exist. But you will find that people spend a lifetime searching for what it is that I'm eating that's causing my gut to behave this way. And about 75% of people that have gut issues also have mild to severe anxiety. So why would someone that has a gut issue also be connected to anxiety? Because that gene is carried on the same gene. The gene that controls gut motility also controls something called homocysteine. And elevated and falling homocysteine is the leading cause of anxiety. It has nothing to do with your outside environment. This is why most people that have anxiety can't point to the specific trigger that causes it. Can't point to the specific trigger that causes it. So it's not coming from a cluster of symptoms. It's coming from their physiology. And as soon as we look at the 5 actionable genes in the human body, we supplement for that deficiency, and anxiety eviscerates. And so do gut issues.
That was interesting.